Hello everyone, I'm the Housemaid and welcome back to my channel. So, this video is one part concept, one part I had the world's most, eureka moment while watching TikTok. So this is, what you're watching right now is just a concept of what if Felix ended up with the Peacock Miraculous, either by Hawkmoth, present one or future one, giving it to him to use us as assistant, or being given to him by Ladybug for whatever reason. And I think he would be a decent Miraculous holder, depending on what his personality is like in future episodes. As I said last time, I have a theory that him and Adrian are actually identical twin brothers, but one of their moms was unable to have children, so for whatever reason, whichever mother was able to was just like, hey, I'm having twins, I will surrogate for you, and you can raise one of the children I birth. And we will raise them as if they're cousins instead of brothers. There's this theory going on that maybe Adrian or Felix is actually a sentient monster that Emily created, and that got me thinking. Because statistically, the reason I believe Adrian and Felix are actually twin brothers is, statistically, identical twins are more likely to give birth to identical twins. So it makes more sense for Adrian to be a twin rather than an only child. And the reason I know all this is I've done immense amounts of research on, like, pregnancy for fanfiction. I do not currently have any children of my own. I'm not ready for that. But people are always just like, well, what if Adrian's a sentient monster? Or what if Felix is a sentient monster and one's based off the other? And then I thought, like, Gabriel is unnaturally devoted to his wife, right? In a way that a sentient monster would be to the person they're connected to, that they would consider their creator. And we've seen from Mayura creating a ladybug sentient monster that these creatures can become full-blown people. What if Gabriel's a sentient monster? Like, Felix's dad is the original sperm donor. For whatever reason, Emily couldn't have kids. So her sister goes, hey, how about this? I'm going to have twins. You can raise one of my sons as your own, because I know how much you wanted, like, kids when we were younger. And then Emily finds Peacock Miraculous, and she obviously used it more than just for this, since it caused her to be in a coma state, or else Natalie wouldn't have survived as much havoc as she wreaked. But she creates a sentient monster that becomes her husband. Like, Gabriel was her ideal husband, successful businessman. It would then explain why he is so devoted to getting his wife back, because deep down, that's all he knows is Emily. Like, even if he has some, like, made-up past, and we haven't seen any family on Gabriel's side. Like, we don't hear of any aunts, uncles, cousins, or parents on Gabriel's side. But obviously, Emily had a twin. And like, the joke I saw on TikTok was just like the theory that Adrian's a sentient monster. Well, it could also be Felix be the sentient monster, and just one is a replica of the other. But honestly, if for whatever reason Emily couldn't have kids, but she really wanted kids, or she never married, so she biologically couldn't find a husband to have kids, and her sister was going to have twins. And so her sister, knowing that she wouldn't have the time to raise two sons, gave up one of them after her sister takes a trip to Quebec and comes home with what is her dream man. And they say they're going to get married. But for whatever reason, maybe she says, oh, Gabriel can't have kids. So I would still like to take you up on the offer of raising one of your boys. Leading to Felix and Adrian. It would also make sense that I'm gonna have to Google what their last name is. There we go. Graham Devanelli. The fuck does that name mean? But they have twin rings. What if they're passed down to twins of that family? What if the Graham Devanellis always have twins? What if one of Emily and Emily's parents is a twin, and then they had them, and these twin rings are passed down? And Adrian and Felix were the next set of twins. But because Emily couldn't have twins because she claims Gabriel can't have twins, she just tells her sister, I'm not going to be able to have kids. I don't know what to do. I always wanted to have a family. And Emily just says, I'm having twins. I don't know how I'm going to raise two boys. I'm going to let you adopt one of my sons. I know I'm talking a little bit in circles, but this is how my mind thinks through stuff. I haven't been able to get this thought process out of my head. And then Adrian and Felix are born. Gabriel and Emily take Adrian, raise him as their own, and Felix is raised as an only child. And they always drop hints oh, they look just like twins. They're illustrating them. I look very similar to my brother and my cousins. They could just have a similar family situation where the vanilla genes are just the strong ones. They are dominant over everything. People thought my cousin was my sister, and my actual sister wasn't related to me. But with the news that we're going to have secret siblings in season 4, we have Felix, who looks like he could be Adrian's identical twin, even my cousins don't look like they're identical twins. We just look like we could be siblings. We don't straight up look like we could be my cousin's twins. Nor could my brother pass for my cousin's twin. Now, the only way I could see two cousins passing for twins is if a pair of identical twins married a pair of identical twins. So if, like, we hear Gabriel had a twin brother and his twin brother married Amelie, yeah, maybe that could explain how they look so alike. But as far as I know, I'm doing some, like, cursory Google searches. Yep. At least on the wiki, and this is where I go for majority of my information, because a lot of the extra information is in French, and I don't speak French. We don't know Felix's birthday. I will not be surprised if in season 3 it's revealed they have the same birthday in the same episode. Like, if season 4 takes place roughly a year after the Bubbler, for some reason, and Felix arrives, and we straight up hear that the boys are having a birthday because Felix's mom is putting on, and they're like, oh, why are you both having it? And they reveal they share a birthday. I'm sure if it's not already, like, implied in the episode or in the season, I'm straight up gonna believe that these two boys are actually twins. Or if their birthdays are days after one another. Like, let me do some cursory Googling, finding out Adrian's birthday. Sorry you have to deal with my singing. And birthday. 3rd or 4th of December. If we find out that, like, Adrian was born on the 3rd and Felix was born on the 4th, or vice versa, it's still very probable they are twins. Because if one was born late one day and the other was born early the other, we've got a case of twins being split up. And, like, maybe for whatever reason, Amelie, Felix's mom, couldn't have kids, and Emily wasn't quote unquote with Gabriel at the time because she hadn't created that Sentimonster yet. And biologically, they're technically Emily's and whoever Felix's father was. And Felix kind of feels betrayed because Adrian got to live with their birth mother and get all this love, and maybe he envies Adrian's life because he's still homeschooled, and yet Adrian gets to go to private school and make all these friends, and he's jealous of his cousin/brother. And then, like, I think how it would all be revealed is, at first, it's revealed that Adrian and Felix are tweens, which leads Adrian to go down this rabbit hole of, is my dad my dad? Because right now I'm going down this rabbit hole of the Graham de Vanilli name is straight up the last name of his mother. Don't mind me if you hear typing, I'm just, yeah, there's no canonical, birthday for Felix. Yeah, so this is all to say, I'm not going to be surprised if we find out Adrian and Felix are twins, and that Gabriel's a scent monster. It would explain all his devotion to Emily, honestly. And why he's not connected to his son, and he doesn't really understand how to love his son. And while he feels some attraction towards Natalie, as we see once she holds the Peacock Miraculous, it might be because she was holding the Miraculous that gave him life. And that's why he's so devoted to waking Emily up. She's all he's ever known. Yeah. But that's my theory. Which is kind of two theories. Well, one's a season 4 prediction. My season 4 prediction is that Felix and Adrian are twins. My theory is Gabriel's the scent monster. And what you're watching is just a random concept I have, where I think Felix could get the Peacock Miraculous. It's like a slight nod to he used to be Captain Noir. Also, I think it'd be funny if he's allergic to feathers like Adrian, yet he has a bird Miraculous and he's just constantly sneezing now. I also gave him a piece of snake because I had to Google what peacocks could eat. Because the quality is like sometimes very roughly follow what you picture the animal eating, i.e. funny, gloomy, eating carrots. So I looked it up, and peacocks can eat are omnivores, so they can eat cartoon. So I gave it steak because I thought it'd be hilarious if this emotional creature just downed an entire steak by itself. And then I had to Google what the French word for peacock was, and it's pon. And I thought, if Gabriel gives him the Peacock Miraculous, pawn meaning peacock, but also being the double meaning of pawn, like on a chessboard, is the biggest fuck you to Felix. But amazing. Like, normally they have, some of the names have double meanings, but I just thought pawn meaning both peacock and a pawn that you would use to further your goals was too good to pass up. That, I just stuck with that. Yeah, so let me know what you think about this little mini theory in the comments. And if you think that any part of my predictions or theories is going to come to fruition. Also, I need to start posting these finished drawings on my Tumblr, Twitter, or something. So I can start linking my stuff in descriptions. But again, let me know what you think. What character should I do next? I might do a series where I just talk about my theories while doing character concepts. And I know we're supposed to get a Miraculous episode within the next week or two, and I will do something similar to what I did with the New York special, in which I will do some sort of art while I talk about my thoughts and feelings on the episode, because I don't want to do a face cam. Yeah, that is all from me for this video.